hydrochloric acid is produced from the stomach. Hydrochloric acid helps kills the microorganisms, kills the bacteria present in the food materials. What is the use of hydrochloric acid in the stomach, in our stomach? Hydrochloric acid helps kills the bacteria present in the food materials, and it is also helpful for acidic nature of the food materials in the stomach. Acidic nature of the food materials in the stomach. In our stomach, sphincter is present. That is called cardiac sphincter. Cardiac sphincter opens and closes. It regulates food materials. It allowing the food materials from esophagus to stomach. In the stomach, gastric juice is secreted and hydrochloric acid is secreted. Diluted hydrochloric acid is secreted from the walls of the stomach. What is the use of diluted hydrochloric acid? Hydrochloric acid helps kills the bacteria present in the food materials, and it is also helps digestion of the food materials and acidic nature of the food materials in the stomach. If increasing the increase the levels of hydrochloric acid in the stomach. If increase the level of hydrochloric acid in our stomach causes acidity, burning sensation. If increase the level of hydrochloric acid in our stomach causes acidity or burning sensation of our stomach. So normal secretion is very most important. Normal secretion of hydrochloric acid is secreted in our stomach. That is most important. Next, digestive glands. Digestive glands. Mainly, two digestive glands are present in the alimentary canal of human being. Two digestive glands. One is liver, another one is pancreas. One is liver. This is liver. Once you can observe the diagram, liver and pancreas. In the stomach, digestive glands are present. These glands secretes digestive juices and enzymes. The two glands are liver and pancreas. My dear students, very important point. Largest gland of our body, liver. What is the largest gland of our body? Liver. Liver is the largest gland of our body. Okay. Liver secretes bile juice. Liver secretes bile juice. They have no enzymes. They have no enzymes. Very important point. Dash have no enzymes. Bile juice. Bile juice is secreted from the liver. Liver is the largest gland of our body. In examination point of view, half mark questions. What is the largest gland of our body? Liver. Liver secretes dash bile juice. Dash have no enzymes. Bile juice. Bile juice contain bile pigments and bile salts. Bile juice contain bile salts and bile pigments, but they no enzymes. They have no enzymes in the bile juice. What is the use of bile? What is the function of bile? Bile helps emulsification of the food material. Emulsification. Write down, students, all of you. Emulsification of the food material. Emulsification means the fat materials are converted into simple molecules, simple substances. Means fats are converted into fatty acids. Fats are converted into fatty acids. Bile juice helps emulsification of the food materials. Emulsification of the food materials. Emulsification means fat globules, fat materials are converted into fatty acids. Fats are converted into fatty acids. This is emulsification. Bile juice helps for the emulsification of the food materials. Next, another gland, another one of the digestive gland, pancreas. Pancreas. My dear students, pancreas is a mixed gland. Pancreas is a mixed gland. Why pancreas is a mixed gland? Means one part of the pancreas is present in endocrine system and another part of the pancreas is present in exocrine system. One part of the pancreas is present in endocrine system, another part of the pancreas is present in exocrine system. Why? Examination point of view. Why pancreas is called mixed gland? Pancreas is a mixed gland. Why? One part of the pancreas is present in endocrine system and another part of the pancreas is present in exocrine system. In elementary canal of human being, exocrine pancreas is present. In elementary canal of human being, exocrine pancreas is present. Exocrine pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. Exocrine pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice contain enzymes. Contain enzymes. Pancreatic juice contains enzymes. What type of enzymes are present in pancreatic juice? Amylase. Three types of enzymes are present in pancreatic juice. One is amylase or thiolin. Amylase or thiolin. Another one is trypsin. Another one is trypsin. And the third one is lipase. Pancreatic juice contain three types of enzymes. One is amylase or thiolin enzyme. Second one is trypsin, Trypsin, trypsin. Third one is lipase, Lipase, lipase. These three types of enzymes are present in pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice is secreted from exocrine pancreas. Exocrine pancreas. This is digestive gland. Exocrine pancreas is digestive gland. Amylase helps conversion of carbohydrates into maltose sugar. Trypsin helps proteins converts into peptones or amino acids. Proteins are converted into amino acids. Lipase helps fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerol. In pancreatic juice, three types of enzymes are present. Write down students. Three types of enzymes are present. One is amylase. Amylase helps carbohydrates converts into maltose sugar. Second one is trypsin. Trypsin helps proteins are converts into amino acids or peptones. Proteins are converted into peptones. Third one is lipase. Lipase enzyme helps fat materials. Fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerol. This is enzymes present in pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice is secreted from the exocrine pancreas. Exocrine pancreas. These are the glands present in our digestive system. Liver and pancreas. Liver secretes bile juice. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Next, one of the important point, my dear students, in our mouth cavity, or buccal cavity, carbohydrates are mostly completely digested. Maximum carbohydrates digestion takes place in our mouth cavity. Listen very carefully. Maximum carbohydrates digestion takes place in our mouth cavity. But in our stomach, carbohydrates not completely digestion. Carbohydrates does not digestion in our stomach. Why, sir? Why? Because carbohydrates digestion does not takes place in our stomach, cannot responsible enzymes, does not have responsible enzymes, present in our stomach. That's why carbohydrates not completely digestion takes place in our stomach, but in our mouth cavity maximum carbohydrates digestion takes place. But in our stomach, carbohydrates cannot digest it because responsible enzymes are absent. Carbohydrates digestion responsible enzymes are absent in our stomach. Are you understood? Right. Next, stomach opens into small intestine. Some amount of food materials digestion takes place in the stomach. Maximum amount of the food materials digestion takes place in the stomach except carbohydrates. Next, stomach opens into small intestine. Small intestine. Small intestine. Small intestine consists of three parts. One is duodenum. Second one is jejunum. Third one is ileum. Small intestine consists of three parts. One is duodenum. Second one is jejunum. Third one is ileum. Duodenum is a U-shaped organelle. Duodenum is the first part of the small intestine. Very, very important in examination point of view. Duodenum is U-shaped organelle, U-shaped part. Duodenum is the first part of the small intestine. Second part of the small intestine, jejunum. Third part of the small intestine, ileum. Small intestine consists of three parts. Duodenum is a U-shaped part. This is the first part of the small intestine. Second one is jejunum. Second part of the small intestine, jejunum. And third one is ileum. Third part of the small intestine. The food materials enters from stomach to small intestine. The first part of the small intestine, that is duodenum, and that food materials completely enters into the small intestines. The maximum or completely the food materials are completely digested in the small intestine. Completely the food materials digested in the small intestine. The first part of the small intestine is duodenum. The food materials enters from stomach to duodenum to jejunum, to ileum. Complete digestion occurs in small intestine. One of the important point, my dear students, in our digestive system or alimentary canal, longest part Longest part is small intestine. Longest part of the body, longest part of alimentary canal is small intestine. One of the important point. Small intestine, the size of the small intestine varies from one organism to another organism. The size of the small intestine varies from one organism to another organism. For example, herbivorous animals, cow, ox, buffalo, sheep, these type of animals, small intestine size, the small intestine size is larger. In herbivorous animals, small intestine size is larger when compared to carnivorous animals. Why, sir? Because cellulose materials is present in the plant body. The digestion of cellulose takes place more time in herbivorous animals. The size of the small intestine is larger when compared to carnivorous animals. Why? Because cellulose is present in the plant body. Cellulose digestion takes place more time. Digestion occurs more time. That's why herbivorous animals, the size of the small intestine is larger. In carnivorous animals, the size of the small intestine is smaller because flesh digestion is very fast. That means meat, flesh, flesh of animal body, digestion very quickly, very fast. So, carnivorous animals, size of the small intestine is smaller. Herbivorous animals, small intestine is larger. And the small intestine size varies from one organism to another organism. In the small intestine, the first part of the small intestine, duodenum, one of the sphincter is present, that is called pyloric sphincter. Pyloric sphincter. Pyloric sphincter is present in the first part of the small intestine. This is opens and closes. It helps regulates the food materials from stomach to small intestine. From stomach to small intestine. It regulates pyloric sphincter, regulates the food materials from stomach to small intestine. The food materials allows from stomach to small intestine. In maximum or complete digestion food materials takes place in the small intestine. One of the important point, bolus and chyme. Bolus and chyme. Bolus, I don't student. Bolus and chyme. Bolus means chewing the food materials in our mouth cavity. Chewing the food materials in our mouth cavity. Chewing the food materials in our mouth cavity to esophagus. This is called bolus. What is chyme? chyme. What is chyme? Chyme means partially digested food materials. Partially digested food materials is called chyme. Very, very important. What is bolus? Chewing the food materials in mouth cavity and esophagus is called chyme. Is called bolus. Is called bolus. What is chyme? Partially digested food materials in the stomach. Partially digested food materials in the stomach is called chyme. That means maximum food materials takes place in the stomach. Complete digestion food materials takes place in the small intestine. In our small intestine secretes enzymes, sucrose enzyme, sucrose. Small intestine secretes sucrose enzyme. This enzyme is also called as cane sugar. Cane sugar. Sucrose enzyme helps Carbohydrates are converted into maltose sugar and glucose. Sucrose enzyme helps maltose sugar converts into glucose enzyme. Small intestine secretes sucrose enzyme. This enzyme helpful for maltose sugar converts into glucose. Okay, small intestine secretes. And the small intestine secretes an enzyme peptidases. 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 Peptides. Peptides. Peptides are proteins. Peptidases. Enzyme is secreted from the small intestine. Peptides helps conversion of peptides to amino acids. Amino acids. My dear students, small intestine secretes peptidases. Peptidases helps peptides converts into amino acids. Sucrose helps conversion of maltose sugars into glucose. Conversion of maltose sugars into glucose. Okay. These are the enzymes secretes from the small intestines, peptidases, sucrose. All these enzymes helpful for the complete digestion of the food materials in the small intestine. Three parts of the small intestines: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Next, another part, a finger-like projection. In our small intestines, finger-like projections are present. The finger-like projections are present in the small intestine. Finger-like projections. Finger-like projections are present in the small intestine, that is called villi or villus. Very important. The finger-like projections are present in our small intestine. Is called is called sir. Okay, 2 minutes, sir. The finger-like projections are present in our small intestine is called villi or villus. What is the function of villi? Villi, absorption of the food materials. Very important, students. Absorption of food materials. Increase the surface area of absorption. Villi, absorption of food materials. Villi helps increase the surface area of absorption. What is villi? The finger-like projections or finger-like structures are present in our small intestine. Is called villi or villus. It helps absorption of the food materials. Fat globules are converted into fatty acids and glycerol. Villi helps absorption of the food materials and conversion of fats into fatty acids and glycerol. This is small intestine. Today explained mouth cavity or oral cavity, esophagus or food pipe, stomach, digestive glands like liver and pancreas, small intestine, parts of small intestine, function of small intestine, size of the small intestine, and structure. Finger-like projections or structures present in the small intestine is called villi or villus. What is the function of villi or villus? Increase the surface area of absorption of the food materials. This is some part of the human digestive system or alimentary canal of human being. Next class, I will explain large intestine, rectum, and anus. Undigested food materials expelled through rectum and anus and appendix part. So next class I will explain large intestine, rectum, anus, and appendix. Next, steps are involved for the human digestive system. What steps are involved for the human digestive system? Okay, students. Thank you, one and all. Right. Thank you, sir.